For the Culture Podcast, I'm Christina. This is Max and this is Rose. Today we have our special and one of our favorite guests. This is Tate the Great, culture engineer and author. How are you doing today?
I am doing well. Thanks for having me back. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Always.
This is like the you're like the honorary fourth.
Yes.
I think it's
part
like
of the crew in a minute.
The third interview, I think.
Third interview.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into some touchy topics.
Yes.
I want to get straight to it, straight gutter with it, and talk about Rkelly.
Rkelly. Robert.
So like in the 90s, did you you heard about the accusations back then though, right? Didn't you?
Very much so.
And were you one of the people that listened to his music still and just
still gonna listen to his music tomorrow?
So that's, I mean, you could separate the artist from the music.
Well, we're gonna get into it now. My views on Rkelly. So I cannot be one of these guys that bash or put other black men down just because it's in vogue, right? I have not watched anyone engage with Rkelly. I have not seen Rkelly involved in this. The only information that created my perception of Rkelly is I was affiliated with someone who used to be a part of his security. And the stories that individual told me, I understand because of my background involved with hip-hop and things of that nature. I know what groupie love is. So for the average citizen, if you tell them what goes on with groupie love, they won't believe it. For anybody in the industry, they'll say, yup, they totally get it. Now, what I refuse to do is make him innocent either, right? But if we're really going to get into some cultural norms and this picking and choosing what we want to be favorable, we have to expose everyone, everything, and the entire culture. So there's a long list of individuals, which I'm not going to name.
I can name it for you. The Beatles.
Yeah, you can name them.
Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley came from the army by a 14-year-old girl. I think he was like engaged with her or something. The Beatles, if you listen to their song, they're like 17, if you know what I mean.
Right. Mm-hmm. So now, all throughout pop music, popular culture, rock, heavy metal, those type of music, there has been reference to teenage love. Teenage love. In hip hop, one of my favorite rappers had a song where he's talking about teenage love, and he wasn't a teenager at the time. Right? I'm not gonna name names. One name I will name, who is the epitome of the greatest icon that ever lived for my lifetime, was Michael Jackson.
You know they're trying to go for him too. They got a documentary saying that he
okay.
through two boys.
So here's the thing about that. Michael Jackson was charged. He was the first person in history that a picture of his penis was evidence. And they tried to ruin him. Now, is it Illuminati? Is it a conspiracy theory? Here's my issue with weirdo shit. We all have some weirdo shit going on upstairs. Some of us even exercise some weirdo shit. But the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant Christian culture tells you you should not act this way. You should not be involved with sodomy, right? So everybody that gives head or like anal sex or whatever, condemned, you're going to hell, right? Anybody who has sex outside of wedlock, you're going to hell, right? Anybody that curse, you're going to hell. Like anything that we try to get into this Christian conservative mindset is demonized.
I actually spoke with a couple Christians and they don't believe in giving head or eating ass, none of that. They think that's
it's forbidden.
Yeah,
so for me, the word is the word is the word, right? But I'm not going to get into why we can boutique Christianity and pick and choose and have 30,000 different denominations. Staying on the topic at hand, with each of us having different proclivities, we have different fetishes, we have different erotic thoughts that we don't want to share because we don't want to be judged or we don't want to be this, that, and another. popular culture in America, there's a long list of individuals who have targeted younger women for different reasons. And if you could remind me later, I could explain possibly some rationale of why R. Kelly does what he's accused of doing. Now, the thing why I mentioned Michael Jackson is I was in complete denial. I don't want to believe it. I don't care what you say about Mike. He's untouchable. I don't want to believe it. So now, when I got out of my denial, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, sometimes it's generally a duck.
Yeah.
Even though some people could do great impersonations of a duck, and it may not be a duck. But you don't invite children over to sleep in your bed.
So he was wrong by the virtue of just doing that.
Guilty by association. Guilty by... See, somebody had to say to the public, Mike, you messed up with this weirdo shit.
Even
right? So now you're going to pay the cost, because at some point, your moral compass, no matter how flawed it may be, your intuition, your conscience, your something, said to you, this is not right. You're a full-grown adult who has slept with some of the baddest women in Hollywood. So now, let me segue for that. Non-disclosure agreement. This happened late 90s for blacks. For whites in the entertainment business, before a woman stepped in that room, they signed non-disclosure agreements. You will be liable if you state what's going to happen with me in this interaction.
Are you allowed to sue if you breach it?
Yeah, if you breach it, anything you're going to make off of it, it's open season on you.
Because one of the girls in the document breached the document.
Right. So now, here. So this has been going on. Right? So now to bring it back to Michael Jackson, what you are doing is inappropriate. Regardless of what. Now, did I watch Mike stick his penis inside of a child? No, I did not. I'm not going to jump on a bandwagon and start bashing other guys. But I understand there is certain... What's the opposite of an alpha male? Beta male, maybe? Yeah, I'm going to start using that. A lot of these beta males running around. It's like, yo, my girl don't like the way that happened with R. Kelly because she was touched and she hate him, so I'm going to hate him too. Or I'm broke. He's an icon, so I'm going to hate on him, using his own actions to hate on him. It's some real twisted thing when unhappiness is inside of you. I'm on the quest to end unhappiness. There will be no haters when I'm done, because hating comes from a place inside where you just unhappy. And the only thing I don't like about this R. Kelly thing is, it's like, death to him, yeah. Right? Okay, what about what you've been doing, or what you've been thinking, or what you have done? I can't condemn him, but I'm also not condoning it, because if it walked like a duck, and it quacked like a duck, and enough people are saying it, then maybe it's a duck.
The thing about the R. Kelly thing is, there's enough evidence. Like, I didn't want to watch the documentary.
Let's talk about evidence.
I didn't want to watch the documentary, but when you watch it, they break it down and like they give you like straight hard, like things, tangible things you can see. Like the marriage with Aaliyah is a fact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that was said, but that was never shown with proof and evidence.
They have the license, so that's a fact. Yeah, Number two, the video of him with the underage female. Those are facts. So everything else.
Video like, with him undressed, naked, having sex.
You know, they said that was his brother, not him. You know that, right?
Who says that?
R. Kelly said that.
That was his defense. It wasn't him. It wasn't me. It was my brother.
Do you think it was his brother?
I mean, I ain't really watched.
Could it be his brother?
It's a possibility.
No. That's not my question. My question is, can it be?
Can it be?
Possibly.
If you watch that video and you think that's his brother, I don't think.
I didn't watch the video. I had my own issues of why I didn't watch.
But you could see, even on the news, they'll show you like him.
Because the school that I come from is, you're part of a conspiracy once you participate in what the person is participating in. So for me to watch the video, I'm part of that conspiracy. And I don't want to be a part of the conspiracy of having sex with children. But this is what I know. And let's dissect this case, right? So let's talk about evidence first. Everybody that got on national television, are we in a generation where victimization gives you clout? How much clout chasing is going on Are we obsessed with clout chasing? If someone was interviewed and said, most of what these people are saying are lies about him. I know of 2 incidents that it did happen, and now everybody is rolling with it and making it out to be more than what it is. Would they have broadcasted that? Did they
I have a problem with Lifestyle too. So like, there's two sets. Lifestyle broke records with
they made money. It was business for them.
They broke records with their views, and then so they monopolized on like
the
trying to defeat a person, which is like evil to me, kind of. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna do it, you almost have to do it like non-profit, kind of. And then you have the parents of the kids who need.
Which I have another issue.
They were getting paid by him.
No, not even getting paid. The parents who really had their daughters taken, and they want to make it loud enough where their kids come home. So there's 2 sides. There's a good side, and then there's a bad side from the network who's making money off of these people. And
okay, so now
side for these parents who are getting help.
If we're gonna dissect this, right? Like, my queen and I was going back and forth about this, right? Because she, as a woman, automatically like, yo, this is crazy, right? And do you listen to the help that was fired?
From the documentary?
Any of us. Okay, so here's the situation. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown on how this fame and money thing works. I start making money. You're close to me. Part of some species on this planet feel that they are entitled to whatever I make because of our close relationship. Then part of these species, they feel that they can violate anything dealing with money because I'm making so much of it, because of the closeness of it. They feel that this familiarity is okay to overstep certain bounds. So if you're my brother and you blew $3-4 million of my money and never sung one record, never did anything, have no way of paying it back, and I cut you off, you are no longer in the light. You no longer have an identity associated with me, my lifestyle, touring, groupies, women, fame, money, whatever. I cut you off from that. You are my ex-wife. You're cut off from that. You're my ex-manager that was helping him rob me. Cut off from that. Somebody come to film all 3 of y'all to talk about me. What's going to be the slam?
No, I agree with you. There were some people that are uncredible, but there are the parents, and then...
How could a parent be credible? Because they
talk about their story. They're not talking about him. They're talking about their kid.
This is my question.
Some of them sent them to him, and then don't you think it's common sense to, if you haven't seen your kid in like 3 weeks, or not even 3 weeks, a couple of days, like, yo, why can't get in touch with my parents? You don't think that's off a little bit? They wait till 6 months later to come out.
If I'm a priority in your life, I'm your parent. I practice parenting. I didn't just childbear and give it to you and you grew up on your own. We come from parenting, and I call you and you don't pick up. We don't have a communication where you like, this is the situation, mommy and daddy. You just, I'm with the R and it's over.
That's what they're saying.
Of course, but what we're not saying is the father was a piece of garbage, the mother was abusive, the child was looking for some redemption. What makes Rkelly a piece of garbage, if it is true, is him using that to his advantage. But let me tell you something about men and women. I believe the seed of this and the long list of people who are famous and not famous. You know how many ballers was pulling up to high school? You graduated 4 years ago, homie. Why you keep pulling up with all your bling, your new car, picking up girls that are freshmen?
That's wrong.
We went to the same middle school. You don't remember?
Ain't nobody in America that went to high school. There's no one of you that went to high school in America that didn't see multiple guys doing this.
True.
Right?
Because if they had a car...
How are we going to pick and choose? Why we keep picking and choosing?
It's always wrong.
Who we going to do? Wrong is wrong, right?
It's always wrong.
Now, here's the next question. And this is where they're going to hate me at. Can a teenager give consent?
In some certain states, it's different. In Georgia,
I don't make it right, though.
By the law, they can. So here's Vicky. Vicky is a sophomore. Vicky got 2 children. Vicky's body is built like an adult. Vicky lives on her own with her 2 children in the hood. We know millions of teenagers that live alone, right? Vicky runs into a celebrity that's an adult. Vicky has 2 children. She's sexually active. She's 15 years old and she's hustling. She's independent. She's doing what she got to do to survive. She runs into somebody that's 21 years old, 25 years old. Let's go all the way to 30 years old. Vicky finds an attraction. This person who suffers from arrested development. I don't care who you are, and you want me to explain arrested development, I could break it down to you why sexually these individuals crave young girls. They are stuck in their head sexually at that age. I am almost positive that is Rkelly's issue.
So
because we keep hearing about it way too much, bro.
So can you blame it on mental illness then?
See, I don't like to place blame. I like to just call it for what it is.
Okay, because
right?
look at that.
I don't even call it. I don't even know if it's help, because here's my problem. If he lived in the Dominican Republic and was doing this, would we have an issue with it?
No, even in Africa.
If I knew about it.
So, because it's not legal, it's wrong?
No.
No, it's wrong.
Yeah, it's always wrong. If
So
I knew
what you're
about
saying
it,
is
legal or illegal,
it's still wrong.
an adult, now if you're 21 and she's 18,
That's
it's illegal, but
you can't
I'll give you a
get 20
pass.
You can't get 20 allegations of that means you have a problem.
Right. My thing is when you get to the 14,
Yeah.
15, 16,
And it's
17,
It's constant.
18, but if you're 30 and she's 18, we have a problem, bro. Something is up.
Not by law. By law, an 18-year-old could date a 90-year-old.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So by law,
I go by really how you feel.
But it goes by the culture. If you want to think about that, then you can't
And this
go
is
by
my
law.
issue.
It goes by
I don't go
culture.
by.
And
I don't
this
go
is
by
my
law.
issue.
I go by it's wrong because I feel.
But that's your
Yeah,
culture
but
you was
that's-
raised by.
Yeah. That's your indoctrination.
So like, if you have a daughter.
Obviously about
No, I'm talking about how you feel, not about ethics, about nothing. If you have a daughter, how would you feel inside? You will innately feel like it's
Yeah, but
wrong.
Max, it doesn't matter how we feel because our culture.
Not everybody's you, not everybody's me.
I have a teenage daughter. She's 16 years old.
You'll feel some type of way.
I have taught my daughter since she had her menstrual. This is what sex is. Sex is one of the greatest things God has given us. What I want you to make sure of when you have sex is that it's on your terms and that you are responsible while you're doing it. Understand that what you provide by being naked is a gift. Make sure that person has earned that gift. If you decide you want to wake up and be a slut, as long as it's on your terms, I'm cool with it. If you decide you want to sleep with a woman today, a man tomorrow, both at the same time, as long as you making that decision for yourself, have your sexual liberation. Protect yourself, be responsible, and understand you're given a gift. Because regardless of what I tell my daughter, she's going to make her own choices. My job is to give her the tools that whatever situation she comes into, why not? My father told me about this. My problem is when individuals who are not parents, I don't even know you. I live in the same house with you for 12 years. I go in my room, you go in your room, and I just provide for you. I don't even know what you like. I don't even know your favorite music, with nothing about you. And then somebody comes along, hey baby, I got what you like. Come over here, this, that, and other. And you screaming, he's the demon, I'm gonna kill him. No, you feel.
That's why I felt like with the documentary, I think a lot of people were wrong in it.
Everybody.
And I feel like they angled it to make him demonize him. But they were supposed to angle it where he has a problem, and you can suspend his money, but try to angle it where he needs help more than let's just like starve him.
You know, their goal was to make people stop listening to them. What they didn't fail to realize is now his sales
went up astronomically already.
And they overheard another point of view. They were saying that because you say you're not gonna stop listening to the music, they're pretty much categorizing people like you, saying you're the problem. You're promoting his.
Of course, you have to demonize someone because of the unhappiness inside. I'm okay with being demonized by whatever you say, right? Or whatever you think, or whatever is the social norm today or not the social norm today, because I am going to continuously be myself. The difference between me and maybe many others is I'm always searching for knowledge. I'm trying to be better than I was yesterday. So I have the ability to go back and say, America, listen, I said something 2 years ago on this podcast, and I was a bozo. That was some real stupid stuff that I said or did, right? Like situation with Russell Simmons, another icon, right? He got into a situation, something on Twitter, they shut him down, part of the Me Too movement, right? All Russell had to come out and say is, listen, America, I'm a hip-hop mogul. I am in the music and entertainment business. In the music and entertainment business, we attract people where we sniff a lot of cocaine, we smoke a lot of weed, we pop a lot of pills, and we have an enormous amount of sex. We don't even know each other's names, and we don't care. When it's all said and done, I possibly did a lot of things that I should not have done, but I didn't forcibly rape anybody. I may have taken advantage of someone based on us being under the influence.
Did you hear why he said he didn't do that though?
And he's another brother who had an underage wife.
Did you hear why his reasoning was, right?
For the underage wife?
No, for him not saying all that.
No, what was his reasoning? Stock prices?
No, he said he didn't want to get in between the Me Too movement. He believes in that movement. He believes like girls should.
That's politically correct.
Come out and say stuff like that and speak their minds and
very good, politically correct.
Like
but the seed of this, two seeds. One seed is misogyny. We live in a rape culture society where very little white men made very big decisions, and it was transferred from slave ownership, where they dominated so-called minority women. So-called minority men picked up that same domineering of the women, almost to the point of a hatred. Here comes hip-hop, the only music in the world that's celebrated for hating our women. So every time you preach hate, listen to hate, participate in hate, you're dropping the woman down. You're devaluing the woman.
Are you talking about all women or just black women?
All women. All women. The difference between white women is they have the luxury to be Monica Lewinsky today and then make $1 million from it. That's the difference. They have the luxury to say, I'm a Bush daughter, I can sniff coke, drink. I'm a Hilton, I'm Paris Hilton, I can sniff coke, get passed away, right? Passed around, right? Kardashian is different because she didn't have any money at the time.
Oh yeah.
Right? So you have the privilege, and she's not, she can jump out of the white or the black bag whenever she wants to, because technically she's not white. Right? Because none of them Kardashians is white. Right? They could jump in the bag. My dad is an Arab, my mom is white, whatever, they could play that game. So the privilege is there for them to reinvent themselves. For blacks and Latinas and dark-skinned people, it's, you've been demonized, I'm going to keep demonizing, I'm going to take away your crown as Miss America because you wanted to have sex, Vanessa Williams having sex with another woman, we taking away your crown. You understand what I'm saying? So this misogynistic culture of a woman is secondary, we can just discard and do whatever we want to do, when many of us know this is God's greatest creation, we bow down to, we work and live our whole life to provide for, but the society saying, nah, that's cool. You can call them bitch, hoe, slut, all you want. All the way to the point where they start calling themselves that. And go to Too Short concert is bitch, and I'm that bitch. And this is our culture.
Girls ain't even singing to the song.
Right. I'm talking, that's the majority of the audience, right? And nothing on Too Short.
Yeah, I want to get
watch it?
I want to get a girl's point of view too.
I mean, when you watched it.
I agree. I don't. Wrong is wrong.
Wrong is
if
wrong.
it's true, it's wrong is wrong. But
Absolutely.
I do also feel like because he's a celebrity, it's being over exaggerated because he has money and all of that stuff.
What happened, right? My question I always ask, because I am familiar with groupie love, right? When R. Kelly's entourage says, and this is a fact, says, anybody coming backstage, if you're not having sex, don't come back here. They're fist fighting to get back here. Then you get to the next, where the rooms are, and they're saying, no phones, no clothes allowed. And they're stripping off. And when they get in the rooms, the guys say, y'all gotta have sex with us before you have sex with R. Kelly.
That is real.
Wait,
that is real. That is real because I had an interview for a video shoot for an artist that I don't want to list names, but the manager told me that I would have to do something like that to do it, and I was like, nah.
Right? So now, when these individuals make very adult decisions, and they go in the back, first you were told, don't even come back here. Then you were told, listen, you got to strip, no clothes, no nothing, no wires, no nothing to come back here. Then you were told, you got to have sex with me to go back there. Are we suggesting that we live in this great society where all people value themselves, all people have great self-esteem, all people have the ability to not care and care? That's not our society.
You know, a doctor can say that our brain don't fully develop until 25.
I totally agree. That's a fact.
So,
I'm evident to that.
So they have no way of giving consent or doing anything like that because.
But you know the choice you're making, right?
Wow.
Okay, so let's take it a step further.
Like taking advantage of a stupid kid. You can like when you're 17, 16, you're like,
so much mistakes are made at that age.
And this is the part where what's wrong is wrong, right? I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying it's okay.
You're saying it's happening.
I'm saying that they have R. Kelly literally like he's dropping candy. And we're picking it up and we're following the trail of candy into a bedroom. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the culture, right? Because after all these people sleep, this is what the security person informed me. Man, we'll go to 20, 30 girls and ours in a whole nother state already. And when they're done having sex, it's like, okay, when I'm going to see him? I'm sorry, babe, he left. But you could come to the next show. And they'll be right there at the next show. So I'm saying you're making it kind of easy to be abused. It doesn't give anybody the right to rape you or make you go against your will. But when you willfully put yourself in this situation, and I'm talking, I can guarantee and put on the record, there are more than maybe 10 million women in America who says, yeah, I did that before. And now, with the hopes of, I know that I can get some celebrity, some clout, or lifetime security if I get this guy to fall in love with me.
Would you call it a cult?
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't call it a cult.
Because look at Hugh Hefner.
Yeah, he said something.
I didn't want to name Hugh.
In his song, he said something about Hugh Hefner. He's like, a white man has a whole bunch of females.
I didn't want to name Hugh.
It's cool, but if a black man has consensual females staying with him, it's a problem. Only thing is,
you know what Jerry Lewis is?
Come on.
Jerry Lewis too.
The only problem I had was allegedly they said they had to get like super like permission like to eat and pee. Allegedly.
Yeah, you didn't hear the girl said she was tapping on the floor?
I don't know how
right.
you have to
let's talk about that.
Operation either.
Let's talk about that. It would be boring for Lifetime if there wasn't some scandal involved. People like the lie. The lie is better than the truth.
So you're saying they did all these 4 stories?
Absolutely.
No, I'm not saying, I don't know what happened.
Not for a story, but I think
please keep in mind that I do not know what happened. What I am discussing is the culture of misogyny, the culture of hatred, unhappiness, and why people are motivated to do the things that they do. I'm just asking you to look at what is called evidence. When people testify on the stand, they testify in hopes of gaining something. If they say what the lawyer is going to hear, the prosecutor won't put them on the stand. The same as these cameras. The same with Bill Cosby, the same with anybody else. Which brings me to my next point. Find me a black icon that was not given some type of mental illness to knock him off, had some type of interaction with a medical professional to knock them off, have not been demonized, incarcerated, or haven't received criminal charges.
Not gonna lie.
You know what they say?
A lot of icons.
They go, Denzel. I go, okay, Muhammad Ali, Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby, Farrakhan, Prince, Michael Jackson, O.J. Simpson, Mike Tyson. You name him. You mean to tell me white people is not conducting themselves this way?
And the worst part is now there's an agenda. There's
Right.
a video of Drake. There's
Right.
allegations of Jay-Z. Now
Right.
it's becoming
There's,
like a trend kind of.
But
Right, they trying to say, oh, Jay-Z and Foxy Brown and this and that. And what I'm telling you is that a part of this whole misogynistic devaluing women, taking underage love affairs is as American as apple pie and racism.
So if the victims were white, do you feel like
Oh, he would have been under jail back. Listen, Sparkle been running around all the time. I don't know if y'all know.
That's
artist,
right? She was
working with
this is not a situation where, oh, this is how I'm coming out. No, she been holding up pom-poms and signs saying, this guy is strange. We need to do something about this from way back.
So
The problem is the credibility of the people who's saying it.
So how
Because
you
now
feel
you have his wife on
Now, this
TV
is about
saying
to be
one
better,
thing,
how you feel about her?
and then well, I don't know
She
her
said
to
she
have
didn't
a
know.
feeling,
She said she didn't know about
right?
this stuff.
That's not true.
Bro,
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, how do you marry somebody in holy matrimony and not know? There's no.
Have you ever heard anyone in society get on TV and say, "Hello, America, I am a piece of garbage.
How do you?
My
marry
values are
somebody?
sick. I am only concerned that if he can buy me Gucci and I can drive in a nice car and a mansion, I really don't care what he does."
She said she was trapped.
Because in our house we have a rainforest. You know he has a rainforest in his house in Chicago?
You can't marry somebody.
He has a
whole human being and
rainforest.
not-
So now you leaving from the hood, right? You ain't got nothing, right? Rkelly says, because this is the way it works. It's like, yo, I like you. I'm feeling you. Let's hang out. You hang out. From the hanging out is sex. From the sex is, what can I get her to do sexually? She does everything. I like her. Let's hang out some more. Oh, but I gotta go to work on Monday. You don't need no job. How much you get paid? Oh, I'll get paid. That's $10,000.
Yeah, it is.
We going shopping later. You want to go shopping? This is part of the presentation that I do to young kids in high school. I ask them, how much can I buy you for? Oh, I'm priceless. I'm priceless. No, you're not. $1,100, I can get 99.5% of women from the ages of 18 to 30 to do whatever I want them to do.
Yeah, you're like, holy shit.
That's a new wave, a new hair, new eyelashes, new not Century 21. What's that? Forever 21 outfit. Forever 21 dog.
Girls be on pink too.
See what I'm saying? Or Fashion Nova. Let's go to Fashion Nova. A Fashion Nova outfit, some new shoes, some old red bottoms that somebody else wore you got offline. You giving your soul up? This is our culture. This is the reality. We don't like to face that part. So imagine now on top of that, because hood ballers is getting this. Fake ballers is getting this. Right? Change their whole life. There's so many women that are gorgeous and don't even know it. Because they attract losers who just keep downing them. And they just lose all self-esteem, all sense of self-esteem. So now, what are we doing about that as a society where we keep creating unrealistic fantasies about what life is supposed to be about, and everybody keeps feeling like they falling short? You look on the gram, if you ain't got yourself together, your self-esteem will be at war. You be like, damn, look how Jamie Foxx doing it. I ain't nothing. I ain't nobody. 50 just bought $3 million cars. I'm a loser. If you ain't got no sense of self, if you have no sense of self, oh my God, you're under attack. And this is another, part of the residue of poverty. You can pick somebody up and buy them all over the world. So imagine you are a icon, not just a public figure, not only someone who has some fame. You are a icon. You don't have to perform. You get on stage and you hold a mic out and the whole audience goes word for word for a sold out stadium. And I hope R. Kelly announces a tour called Guilty tomorrow. As a social experiment, I want to see how do people respond.
He's about to do a tour, but I don't know if it's going to be called that.
No, this is just a show. Girl, I don't care what he got to say. I'm going to get my tickets because that's R. Kelly. I could put that to the side with that, and this is music. It's not this. And then you have somebody like a Zeta male, John Legend. I think he should be condemned and incarcerated.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Now you judging like.
But you didn't have to say that publicly.
And not even that.
You understand? You the advocate. Now you a feminist jumping up. No, it's more tactful and tasteful way of doing that.
They for the people, like Charlamagne the God when he got on.
But I didn't like how they like point fingers, like because I could do a background check on you and then make a documentary.
See?
Yeah, that's true.
This is the thing that I don't like, and this is why I said I don't know that man. I didn't witness it. You walk like a duck, quack like a duck. Oh, Kelly, you ducking, man. You looking like a duck.
Yeah.
Because it's some real weirdo shit you should not keep doing. But when you discuss arrested development, what is arrested development? So my wife said, I told her, I'm going to give you two extremes of arrested development. Your mind is still a teenager. It does not grow. We're talking about somebody that's a functional illiterate. Has no real education from a institutional standpoint or outside.
Reading and writing. You can't read and write.
Can't read, write, do math, do none of that. You understand what I'm saying? You come out, you get successful from singing on the street corner, literally. You were singing on the street corner, got discovered, put a group together. The rest has been history, right? So now you blow up when you're 19. You're stuck at 19. Your life is one replay of singing bump and grind, bump and grind, bump and grind, bump and grind, year after year, decade after decade, bump and grind, bump and grind, bump and grind. You're stuck, right? Okay, I don't even understand that, and I'm not touching that. I never understood how people that consider it abuse, right, say they're gonna go and abuse somebody else because it happened to them.
It was a
cycle?
No, it's what's it called?
Psychological disorder.
No, there was a psychologist on the documentary who was, I guess,
breaking it down.
Breaking it down.
So they'll say if you
don't make sense to you.
No, I can't touch it. I just
Yeah.
At some point, some people should be able to say, I don't know anything about that, so let me just shut up. And that's what I'm saying now. I don't know anything about that, so let me shut up. So, to me, if you're stuck in doing the same thrill, this is my thing. That's what I like. Each of us got these fetishes and proclivities and these likes, right? That nobody ever says anybody. And we could put everybody's porn. I'm not into porn, but if we could put everybody's porn search and put it on their chest, a whole lot of judgment will be going way out the window, right?
Well, nobody would judge anybody, right? Because then you
see what I'm saying? But there's guys that's clean cut like me who don't watch porn, so I don't get a porn search.
A white collar,
right?
Another search.
But there's another search. See what I'm saying? And we're not honest about that. I'm gonna go way on the deep end right now, right? Can a child know their sexuality and who they're attracted to at a very young age?
Some people say they're gay when they're born.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or they have the tendencies to, like.
I think you can be like, what do you call it again? Where you wanted to like experiment. You don't know what it is. It's a feeling, but yeah, curiosity.
I'm completely curious that I knew my sexuality very young age, right? I know that my culture didn't make homosexuality a option because I come from an era where they was like Batamana or dead. Find out you gay, we murdering you. So that was like, okay, don't even have those thoughts, don't even have those looks, don't have none of that, right? So my culture indoctrinated me towards homosexuality to a degree, right? So, and that didn't even stop a lot of people. You feel what you feel inside. Some people don't know how to interpret what they feel. And that's when you are a monster. When you take someone who does not know what they're feeling and you say, I'm gonna make you feel good. That's pedophilia. And pedophiles will convince you she likes it. I'm 30 and she's 9, but she likes it. No, you are sick, bro. You are twisted. They have a whole powerful organization of pedophiles saying this is okay.
Yeah, that's another
right.
Thing
So at one time we used to demonize people would get killed if they were black and white and got married. People would get killed if they were gay, same sex, and got married. It's legal, right? People marry their livestock. Man gets married to a cow, so the cow could inherit the farm. So they allow that in certain states. What's next? You don't think these pedophiles? You don't think these pedophiles is gonna be coming out saying, "Don't judge me"? You got a guy running for. You got a guy coming. You got a guy running for political office.
You're victimizing me.
That's true.
I identify myself with young people love whatever their rhetoric is. We have to be careful.
And they could manipulate it inside the media.
Oh,
once they flip the script of media and be like, you feel me? They turn it into "Don't judge me."
No, not even that, bro.
Like a marketing campaign.
All you need is wealth to attract people who are poor to side with you.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't thinking about.
How do you think Trump got in office?
Yeah, that's true.
Influencing poor people that their life will be better and they can live vicariously through the rich person. You know how many people say, I got too many bills to pay. I don't care if you're having sex with a little kid. You need to monitor your kids. That's savagery. But I want you to understand culture. And this, I'm going to demon out. We're going to make Rkelly the poster boy because I'm tired of his shit. And I think we'll get great ratings. And go, black people. Demonize your icons and kill them.
I don't know if there's one lifestyle exec that's black. That made me mad too. I thought BET should have did.
Did y'all hear about what Master P has said about the situation?
Yes, I did.
I didn't.
Well, let me clarify it. Master P was pretty much saying he blames the parents.
Never use the word blame.
Well, the parents should have never been on the Lifetime show on the first place. He said because the only TV he would have been in was CNN from a jail cell because. Why the parents are throwing rocks at a... You know the kid is there. Why are you throwing rocks at a window?
Go in there with 30 people.
He said he would have put that whole place on fire until somebody would have came out and opened the door.
She's not a paramilitary guy. This is an R&B singer.
Yeah.
That sing love ballads. You afraid? Nah, you just don't care. You don't want to be honest and say, "Oh, got me a job. He got me a Cadillac. My daughter made the decision. Better than this bum Tyrone running around giving us 6 babies." This is the rationale of poverty.
That's true.
How can we survive better at someone else's expense and we'll turn a battered eye? We sold crack cocaine and destroyed our whole community and people justified, rationalized, and said it was okay.
They sold that little girl to an extent.
Like, know what I mean?
Did you see when the mom was at the hotel room?
Yeah.
I would have grabbed her right there and took her home. She had to come back around 6 o'clock to finally get her. Why didn't you get her the first time?
Mom well, I'm not even going to get
That's why I'm saying, is it safe to say that everybody was in the wrong in that situation?
Who makes right or wrong, though? Because wrong was, if a black person and a white person fell in love, it was wrong.
No, I think wrong
was
It was wrong for you to go get an education as an African American, Latino, whatever. It was wrong.
I think wrong in the sense of if my angle is I want my kid, then that's wrong to do it that way. Yeah. You gotta be hostile.
I think it's wrong to portray him running around with candy, making a trail and forcing people to come into a situation without really examining the individual's motives for staying.
Yeah.
Everybody just can't be a victim, America.
Yeah, that's true.
We gotta get off of this, I'm a victim, when you know you made a choice. And the argument is going to be, as a young person, you cannot make a rational choice. And I agree.
And what messed me up was that 35-year-old.
If he
claimed to be a
indeed,
survivor.
Oh.
Yeah, she was 35. I'm like,
tell me about that.
That DJ radio,
so
right? Radio
she was
person.
35. She called herself a super fan. So I guess she met up with him at some point, and then he started flying her out.
Right.
But then she became a sex slave.
Right.
And then like she stayed 3-4 months.
Right.
You have no business being on this show.
So let me ask you a question. If I meet a woman as a married man, I meet a woman and we just hook up. And what if, not justifying his actions, I'm just providing another way of looking at it. Would she say, listen, I've enjoyed bondage my entire life. I enjoyed being a submissive my entire life, and being a sex slave is the only way I can function. Would she say that at Lifetime? And if she did say that at Lifetime, would they, you see what I'm saying? Because it's like sometimes, here's a debate that came up that has nothing to do with R. Kelly. I just want to use it for some emphasis. Wife, girlfriend. The wife convinced the girlfriend to sleep with the husband. How common you think that is?
So common.
Right?
Yeah.
The husband wants a menage. The wife wants to experience it too. They pick somebody they like and they go and engage in a menage, right? The child, who knows nothing about this, the husband is more compatible with the girlfriend than he is with the wife. During the menage, the girlfriend got pregnant. The husband leaves the wife because they're not compatible to be with the girlfriend, have a child. What's the story the moms is going to give the child? Is the mother going to say to the child, I suggest that we have a menage?
Yeah, no.
I used to have sexual relationship with that woman. That woman got pregnant when I consented. No! Put a camera in front of her. Oh, that girl slept with my husband. She took my husband, this, that. And the other girl said, no, wait a minute. We agreed, we did. No, we don't want to hear that. It's not juicy enough.
Yeah.
There's no scandal associated. What's the name of the biggest show that women love for years? Scandal. We need scandal. And I used to say to my wife, boy, I root for this side chick every single week and then get mad if a man got a side chick.
That's true.
You see the hypocrisy? Yeah. So this is what I want you to understand about our culture. I posted today a rock band guy talking about she's only 17, right? The name of the song, I don't know, it's from the 80s. And he's singing about how he's in love with a 16-year-old. And he, see, I did it again. Everybody heard this song before. Nobody listened to the words.
Yeah. Hey, oh my God.
And he's in the window singing, staring at the 16-year-old inside the window. This is a pop icon. This is a major, world famous song.
And that's another thing. If you're gonna take that angle, you gotta take that angle.
And he's singing about pedophilia.
Play that song again. I want to know the artist.
Right? He's singing about pedophilia.
She's just 16 years old. Yeah, no, but they do sing about that. A lot of people, they don't really listen to that.
Danny Mardone.
Danny Mardone.
Yeah, that's it.
Danny Mardone.
Into the Night.
Into the Night, yeah.
That is a popular song.
Right? And how many people was in the bar? She's only 16. And not thinking about it. Right? Jamaican reggae back in the song is another one. Puppy Love and this one and that one and oh, thank you. Right? So part of the culture is like, okay, y'all, this been going on. It's a secret. We all know it. There's a whole bunch of people participating in it. Let me not mention how many women, when young men were 15, was dating us, making us believe we were the men and all this, and were using us and was engaging in pedophilia. How many men are gonna come out and say, I was a victim?
That happens often. They get caught.
I had an older girlfriend. How many of these teachers?
Yeah, they get caught a lot.
Right? They get caught now because of these now.
Yeah.
But in my culture, it was, yo, son.
Yeah, you got some. Hey,
she 31. I'm gonna come through with a whip later. Yo, check me out. And she know what she want. So part of that arrested development, I was talking, right? If an individual says, look, if R. Kelly got on TV and he said, look, let me tell you how my problem in America. I don't like stretch marks. I don't like nobody with no babies. I don't like nobody with no long history of other dudes. I don't like nobody with mad bodies. I like somebody that's fresh. Their skin is nice and tight. And people be going, he's a monster. All men would be saying, word.
How do you feel about Wendy Williams in those?
All women would be saying, I know I let myself go, but nobody's supposed to tell me I let myself go. And then there's a whole segment of society saying, I like stretch marks. I want to see stretch marks. There's another segment of my homeboys that say, she ain't 300 pounds or better. She can't do nothing for me.
You know, that's your thing, too.
Right? No, these are women. These are beautiful women. What do you mean there's a thing?
No,
like something's wrong with it.
People are talking about that.
Right. Like, but why? Just because she's 300, 400 pounds don't make her less of a woman. She just shaped different. Everybody has their proclivities, their likes. So if R. Kelly got on and said, listen, I'm going to tell you what the age thing is about. It's all physical. Y'all old women, y'all just, you're going to demonize them. You're not going to accept it. You don't want to accept that because it makes the mirror go in people's face. But it doesn't make it cool if you have somebody that's, you damn near twice their age or old enough to be their parent, depending on the situation.
You got more questions?
So if someone is 50 who's dating someone who's 25, something wrong with that?
50 dating someone 25?
Yeah.
Not by law.
I don't think by law. I don't feel like it's wrong.
So that's the next debate. When legal is immoral.
Yeah.
I don't think that's wrong.
Because we're just going to make it legal. Oh, it's not legal.
Oh,
it's legal. Oh, it's not legal. Oh, this is, come on, man. So as a culture, we have to look at situation of R. Kelly's, and before we jump on the bandwagon and just say, demonize them, let's have a witch hunt, let's burn them at the stake, let's look at all angles before we rush to judgment.
Yeah.
Let's look at our culture and ask yourself, how are you adding to the misogyny? How are you adding to the destruction and the outlook of women? How are you trying to be at the extreme, John Legend? All of a sudden, you the super voice of feminism because more people will like you. We are attracted to likes, right? We all want some fame. We all want to feel I'm more special. Look, I got 10,000 followers. How many you got? I got 1,000. Oh, you ain't nobody. How many of those women? Everybody is saying, yo, who was that? I'm gonna start following her. Was that the motive? Oh, girl, I'm going to go get my check. I don't care about what they got to say about R. Kelly. I'm going to get my check. Was that a motive? Because there is an issue, R. Kelly. There is a problem. Walk like a duck, quack like a duck, you're probably a duck. But when we're dealing with documentaries, how many parts? 6? 3?
It was 6 episodes.
6 episodes.
It was 6. Well,
yeah, I spent 6 episodes to destroy an icon. And didn't even destroy him. Yeah, we are so distracted that, and I got too much bills and problems to even kid. Now, if it hits home, hopefully we have done some preparation. So if something like this hit home, you can admit I did my best. And in closing.
Demonizing with our icons.
Demonizing our icons, we have to be very mindful. When Bill Cosby wants to buy NBC, not once but twice. The first time, his kid got kidnapped, his other kid got murdered. His family was threatened. He backed away. He comes back now in 2011, 12, saying, I'm making another bid at this. Now he's behind bars. Bob Marley, Muhammad Ali, who basically told America the black man is God, Go do your history. You're gonna see I'm right. Oh nah, you gotta check up here. Now all of a sudden you suffering from something.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson overdose, Prince overdose, like
or a freak accident.
all that. O.J. Simpson. Okay, all these icons. O.J. That might be a stretch.
Yeah.
That might be a stretch. But walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, probably a duck, right? But all our icons. If I tell you Elvis had a line of young girls and he was running through them.
No documentary.
No documentary. 6 parts? Wow. So we have to be mindful. Don't be so gullible, America. Let's look at things, with some level of intelligence. And is R. Kelly going to stop? He's going to be forced to. That I can guarantee you. He's going to be forced.